Let's talk then about Banty overall. His first game back since 2011, was it?
Ish, I think, yeah. I think
But
so,
anyway, yeah, because Malachy O'Rourke had about 7 seasons there anyway, at least. Were you impressed with what you saw?
Their fighting spirit, I was anyway, because they probably should have been. They probably should have been 6 or 7 down, and the game should have nearly been over early in the second half. And they fought back brilliantly. They kept Galway scoreless for 22 minutes in the second half, and it was 2 Shane Walsh frees, one that started that barren spell and one that finished it. And they got back into the game. I tell you what, Banty said after, I kind of asked him, like, it's kind of a train of thought that Monaghan have maxed out on their potential, maxed out on everything they have. And I suppose he was always going to disagree, but he just said, I 100% disagree. We had a poor year last year. There's a lot more in this team. There's a lot more young fellas coming through. And then I kind of got to thinking, you introduced Chris McGuinness, who came on and got a point with his first touch, had the goal chance taken off the line by Sean Mulcurd, and it was really close to being over the line as well.
Were you calling for goal line technology?
No, and there wasn't enough people going mad about it to think that it was actually over the line. Then you had Aaron Mulligan come on and got this outrageous point off his left foot as well, and there was a couple of other new faces that I wouldn't have seen in years before. So there's enough to suggest that there's a few more coming through. It was Conor McManus's first game of the year as well. He kicked a lovely point in the first half. The ball just broke out to him on the ground, and he just flicked it over 20 yards off the ground like the ball was rolling to him. It was beautiful. And talking about the mark, he's the exact player that can exploit that. And he's the exact player that can exploit the mark in exactly the opposite way of why it was brought in. So a ball will come in from about 50 yards and he'll collect it in the breadbasket about 30 yards out at the edge of the D, which is that's not why the mark was brought in. And he did that yesterday, and you're just thinking, geez, he's going to get a free shot goal now. And it's just like, but he's the sort of player that can totally exploit it.
They can now play him wing forward for a completely different reason, because he'd be able to win marks out there.
Kinda, yeah. Kinda.
I think that, like, I don't think anyone has too much of an appetite to listen to talks about the attacking mark. But, like, even that clip of Michael Murphy collecting a ball out around whatever he was, 40 yards, and just a simple ball put in. There was no real contest.
Well, Stephen Cohen was giving him a yard, or we're giving him a couple of yards.
You have to stay goal side at the same time. Like, it becomes impossible to defend. You now need to get out in front to ensure the mark doesn't happen. But if you go out in front, you're kind of leaving yourself at risk of getting caught from behind. Because the one thing you're told as a defender, don't get caught in front of your man for a high ball.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really, really dislike it. And as much as there wasn't anything disastrous from it over the weekend, there's enough to show that it's going to be a problem. And some game, or some team's fate, whether it means going down to tier 2 of the championship, getting relegated, whatever it is going to hinge on it.
It'd be interesting to see when it gets a greater body of work over 4 or 5 games, and if there's many incidents, and if there's stuff going on maybe over the weekend at Division 4 and 3 level that's less high profile, that we're not hearing about, where it was a bit of a disaster. If anyone that was at matches or anything has any instance of that, or where you thought it was a mark and it wasn't given and this type of thing, I just think it's going to be confusing, and I don't particularly like it.
Yeah, Anthony Cunningham, Roscommon drew 2-14 to all against Laois. Laois got 2 late goals actually.
That's a great result for Laois.
Yeah, but he said of the mark, Anthony Cunningham, it's there, it's good if you want to kill a game. So that kind of says it all. But a final word on Banty then. Do you think this is a positive sign? Is their football much different from last year? Is it more the same? And like, he might say the team hasn't maxed out, but do you feel like we'll see the same Monaghan?
I think it's more of the same, really. They kind of have a fairly good formula that's been very successful for them over the last couple of years. I'm just not sure where they can get much more. Yeah. I'm just not sure if there's much more to come. McManus is 33 now, obviously one of the best forwards that we'll probably see in our lifetime. He's a class forward. I'm just not sure if they can do much more. Yeah. Like what's them? If you're saying they haven't maxed out, then you're saying it's them getting to an All-Ireland final. And I don't see that happening. The year Tyrone beat them a point in the semi-final, I think, was their year to get to an All-Ireland final. Didn't make the Super 8s last year, to be right in saying they made the Super 8s last year? I can't actually. But like, I have a feeling I can't
Did they lose to Armagh in the qualifiers? Did Armagh batter them?
Could have had. But like, that was last year was just a disaster. Then they were obviously, the year they got to the All-Ireland semi-final, they were beaten by Fermanagh in the Ulster semi-final as well. So if they have a max out, like, what's progress for them?
Yeah, it was Armagh who beat them by 8 points in round 2 of the qualifiers last year. So they had a very short summer, and let's see actually what date it ended. It ended on the 22nd of June, so they've had a long time to wait. Thanks for watching Our Game. Don't forget to like and share the videos, and if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe.